All right, chemistry kids, here we go. The final part of the discussion notes, conversions and dimensional analysis. This metric ladder will help you a lot in your chemistry metric conversions especially. The main ones we're going to be running into are going to be kilo, centi, milli, and your basic ones like meters, grams, liters, stuff like that, okay? But these other ones you're going to need to know every once in a while, but I would give you this if you ever needed it. But make sure you realize the kilo, centi, milli, and the basic grams, liters, meters, that's the ones we're going to run into the most. So what does a basic setup look like for dimensional analysis or conversions? Here's what's going to work out. It's going to work out something like this. Say you have unit 1. And then to change that unit 1 into a different unit, like say I'm going from centimeters to meters, I got to have unit 1 down here so it cancels out, and I want to go to unit 2 up here. So this is a one-step conversion. Unit 1 will cancel out, and then because depending on where the bigger number is, if it's on top, you multiply, if it's on the bottom, you divide. All right, this number right here will be your given. In other words, what's given to you in the problem. And this out here is what you're trying to find or figure out. All right, so for example, let's say I want to change 2 centimeters into kilometers. All right, I write down my given, 2 centimeters. Because centimeters, I want to get rid of that, I write that in the bottom. See, unit 1, those match. And what I want to go to is kilometers, so I put that on top. And this is where the metric ladder comes in handy. Which one's the bigger unit, kilometers or centimeters? And you would say it's kilometers because it's further to the left on the ladder. So that's where I put a 1. You always put a 1 with the bigger units. And then I figure out the difference by looking at the exponents. So this is 10 to the third, this is 10 to the second, a difference of 5. So because metric is based off powers of 10, it's 10 to the fifth. Don't worry about positive and negatives because the way we're setting it up, you don't have to worry about those. You just got to take the difference and figure it out. And kilometers is what I want to find. So centimeters cancels off. I'm going to find my kilometers. Here's where you plug it into your calculator. And you say 2 divided, because it's on the bottom, if this number was on top, you'd multiply, divided by 10 to the fifth, enter. And this E means scientific notation, which is something we just went over. So this is 2 times 10 to the negative fifth, otherwise known as 0.1234. These are the same number. All right. Those are one-step conversions. So when you do metric ladders and things like that, one-step conversions, real simple, real easy. Use that metric ladder anytime you're doing liters, grams, meters, calories, things like that. Let's go over quickly a multiple step one. So a multiple step, we just did a single step, is going to have multiple steps or multiple conversions in each one, but you still follow the same formula. Okay, so unit 1 is your given, unit 2 is going to go on the bottom because you want, or unit 1 is going to go on the bottom because you want it to cancel out, and it goes to unit 2, and then I want to get rid of unit 2, and let's say I want to go to unit, say 3. All right. So unit 1 cancels out, unit 2 cancels out, and then I have unit 3, and that's going to be it. And this can go on. You could do this for like 5, 6, 7 steps, depending on the process that you're going through. But this is a multi-step dimensional analysis problem. So it can go to 5 to 6. There's lots of them it can go to. So let's do one as an example. Let's say I have 2 miles, and I want to figure out how many inches I have. Okay. Some of these conversions you might have to look up. Some are going to be given to you. So 2 miles is our given. Gonna do this, my first step. So first step, I want to go from inches. I can't go from straight miles to inches, so I gotta go miles to feet. So miles to feet. I know that for every 1 mile, this is my bigger unit, I have 5,280 feet. Miles cancels out. Now I have feet, so feet goes on the bottom, I can go to inches. Inches is the bigger unit, my 1 goes with that, and there's 12 inches in a foot. Feet cancels out. So now that's what I want to find. I want to find inches. Now you punch it into your calculator. So 2 times 5,280 because the number is on top, times 12 because the number is on top, enters, and I should get a big number 12,6720 on my calculator, and this is inches. Now, this is not my actual answer due to significant figures. So when you're figuring out significant figures with dimensional analysis, what determines how many sig figs? And your given does. Your given determines it. So if I have one sig fig here, I can only have one sig fig in my significant figure. So then I would say, well, this is actually, 100,000. Okay, a big jump, but you have to maintain accuracy. This only has one sig fig, so technically this has one sig fig. You can get, there are times when this won't matter and you'll just punch in whatever your calculator reads. That happens too. All right, so there are exceptions to the rule. So the given will determine how many sig figs you're going to have. So when I'm setting up a problem, what should I do? Well, the first thing I should do is determine my given and what I'm trying to find. Second thing, setup. All right, so set up the problem like we did down here. Set up my conversions. All right, you shouldn't be picking up your calculator. Do all the conversions first. Get it all set up so all the units cancel out. Third step, cancel your units out. Fourth step, once you get all your units canceled out, everything's good, everything looks like it should. You have your answer in the end, like down here. Okay, I went to inches from miles to inches, I'm good. Then you pick up your calculator. So then you calculate. And then you should round to the right number of significant figures. So it's just a summarized view of what you can do. There's more details out there if you want to look them up. But there's your general overview of dimensional analysis. Hope some of this is review, you're learning it in math. Let me know if you have more questions. We'll talk to you later.